It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they're off to a better start than last season, and that certainly bodes well. Always some changes from season to season, but they're going in the right direction. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season. Just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players tried to do. Just getting his points. Now, if he just comes in and plays the way he's been playing, then he will be that guy.
Well, let's go to the big stat chaser. What do you think about Freak's year?
You know, it's never easy to hold on to the scoring title. You know, teams start to double and triple team you. I can remember one year, Ernie, I was averaging 29.5. David Robinson was averaging 29.3. I play a game. All I know is he scored 71 points against the Clippers. It was the last game of the season. He gets it. Freaks has all the skills to keep up the scoring like this, but Kenny's right. He can't chase the stats.
Well, I'm glad that we could open up that old wound on the Admiral.
Sure did. Yeah. Thanks, David Robinson. Don't let me see you in San Antonio.
Shout out to the Admiral. Here's Kevin Harlan with the call.
Remember the Alamo.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, guys, for the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off a loss to Golden State in Oakland. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Carter, he's in at shooting guard. He's out there with Jackson, and it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Burke. Jahlil Okafor unable to get his last shot to go. Gobert with a screen for Burke. To the middle, off the screen, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Past the wall. Carter outside. And the foul on Alec Brooks.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Full 24-second shot clock. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Okafor. There's the pick. Goes up with it again. And the layup is up and in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Jazz passing it around. Now here's Hayward. Not a lot of room. And that one's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Carter. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Burke kicks to Gobert. Hayward outside. Now here's Burks. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Magic.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. For Utah, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Finished off the break. Burks has got his first points in this one.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Five to shoot. Here's Walls. And he uses the glass on the layup.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And Utah has possession. The 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Burke. Can't hit. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Passes it to Carter. A 3-pointer off the mark. Jazz have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his second bucket tonight.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Walls, defended by Hayward. Carter for 3. That doesn't go either for Carter.
And this